machine or in case of UPSC.
So A to D converters.
In case of UPSC, it will be a
So analog to digital converters. So in analog to digital converter, in the last class we have discussed about the DAC, digital to analog converter. In today's class, we'll discuss about in the last class we discussed about digital to analog. Today's class we'll discuss about analog to digital output. Basically, this analog to digital converters rely on the comparator circuit. So it will be considering a comparator circuit, and based on that it is going to compare and it is going to consider whether it is 1 or 0. With this A to D converters, basically they will be having two pins, two control pins. They start and the end of the conversion. So these are the two input pins which we are having. So start pin indicates it is the starting of the input signal. That is, input signal has they have started giving the input signal, and it has to start the conversion process. And end of the conversion indicates this pin. When this pin goes high, that indicates that the entire input signal is getting, it is already converted to digital output, and there is no input signal that needs to be converted. So these are the two things which is going to initiate the conversion process in ADC. This starts the conversion, this ends the conversion, and there's the digital output. We are going to get the binary the outputs. So here in the analog to digital converters, basically there are two types. The first one is direct type ADC, analog to digital converter, and the second one is integrated type ADC. So these are the two types we are having. So in direct type, usually in the direct types, we'll be having op amps and one or two, I mean, 8 to 3 encoder, 8:3 encoder, or we'll be having some combination of the the comparator, latch, and a DAC. Altogether, we are going to combine together and we are going to get the output. Integrated type ADC means everything, it will come in the form of an IC. So it will be having everything embedded in that, and in this kind of ADC, we don't need to combine many number of components together. Everything will be integrated together in a single IC, and that will be working as the ADC. But in direct type ADC, we need to connect an op amps, the number of op amps, and we need to consider a priority encoder, all those things. And we are having one more type called SAR, successive type approximation type ADC. So in that, we need to consider two or three different components, and then we need to get the output. So this is the difference between the direct type and the integrated type. Coming to the first one, we'll discuss about the direct type ADC. In the direct type ADC, the first one, what we are going to uh, study is the flash type ADC, flash type, or it is also known as comparator. Comparator type ADC. The entire process of unlocked digital converter is comparison only. It will be keep on comparing. It might be a smaller one or the bigger one. It will be keep on comparing the given input signal, and it is going to tell whether it is greater or smaller. Okay. See now, you can see this VA is nothing but the input signal, whatever we are having. VR is the reference signal. The reference signal will be a DC signal, and VA is the sinusoidal analog signal which we are having, and this is the DC signal. Whenever your input goes above this reference signal, then we are going to consider it as 1. Whenever it is comes below that, when during that time we are going to take it as 0. This can be understood clearly by this table. We can see that whenever an analog voltage goes greater than a reference voltage, then it is considered to be 1. The output is given as logic 1. So that particular cycle will be 1. Whenever when analog voltage becomes lesser than the reference voltage, then it will be considered as 0. Suppose if you have the same value, VA and VR are not varying that much, and they are same, almost equal. During that time, it is going to retain the previous value. So this is how the comparative type ADC works. And this is also known as, just to confuse you, they can ask you, explain parallel comparator. Parallel comparator. So in parallel comparator also means this one. And it is very fastest comparator, one of the fastest comparator we are having. That's why we call it's the name as flash. Okay, the name flash is given for that purpose only, because it is the fastest one of the fastest ADC which we are having. This flash type ADC can be improved further. This is only one for a thing. It is going to give a single bits. If you want to make it for 3 bits together, then we go for 3-bit flash type ADC. The same thing we are going to have for a 3-bit. We are going to have this. I'm more concerned about that. But there has to be something different people can take a protocol. So we have to be working that. But we should be more focused about the learning curve. Whatever you are writing, you should. Again, they are saying you should mention percentage. Otherwise, the video complete. It is actually percentage, not foundation index is 500. If 200 will give you foundation index percentage. See now, here it is a 3-bit flash type ADC. So, and since it is containing lot of the comparators in it, and even we need to use encoder, it is quite expensive compared to the integrated type ADCs. This is a 3-bit flash A to D converter. So here, this portion, whatever we are having now, this portion, this is known as the resistive divider network. Resistive divider network. So you can observe here reference voltage is been given, and at each individual level, and all we are having all the equal resistor values we are having. But when we go downwards from the top, plus the reference voltage, when we start going towards the bottom of the circuit, you can have the same resistance value, but they get added up. So the resistance will be keep on getting added up because of the combinations. Each of them are parallel to each other. Because of that, so the resistance values will be keep on changing. So when the resistance values are changing, automatically the voltage across this node will also be different. Now, can you tell me 1 by 8 VR is greater, or 7 by 8 VR is greater?
7 by 8 VR, sir. 7 by 8.
7 by 8 VR. Okay. See, here you can see that this is x7, this is x0. This is the MSB value we are having, and this is the LSB value we are having. So MSB value will be always usually the greater one compared to the LSB value. Here you can see here whenever this is actually the ground terminal we are having, and you can see that we are giving the input voltage to all. For all of them, we are giving the input voltage. A common input voltage will be given to the all the terminals, and it has to decide and it has to compare the given input signal with respect to the voltage which it is having across the node. And here we have given a range 0 to VR by 8 and VR by 8 to VR by 4. So like that we have given different range. Suppose if the voltage, whatever we are having, that is analog signal voltage we are having, that voltage is in the range of 0 to VR by 8. If this input voltage is in the range of 0 to VR by 8, so VR reference voltage will be given. It might be some around 5 volt or 10 volt based upon the analog voltage which we are giving. So it depends upon what is the maximum peak voltage of the input signal. Okay. So based on that, we will fix up the reference. So let us assume that we are giving reference voltage as 5 volt. Now, if your input voltage comes in the range of 0 to VR by 2, VR by 8, during that time, what happens is here for all the except x0, all the bits will be 0. So when x0 is 1, so it is going to indicate that the given the equivalent signal will be almost 0. It is considered as 0. The digital equivalent of given input signal is almost 0 because you can see that 0 to VR by 8. This is very less, and we are taking starting value is 0, and VR by 8 is also very less compared to the reference. So during that time, output is given as 0. That indicates the input signal is almost 0, and that is the equivalent value. Next, VR by 8 to VR by 4. If your input range is between this, during that time, the VR by 8 and the VR by 4. So can you tell me which is that op amp which is going to give VR by 4? I mean, that is comparator. These two, right? See, 1 by 8, 2 by 8. What is 2 by 8? 1 by 4. That gives you VR by 4. This is VR by 8. If your range is between VR by 8 and VR by 4, then you can see that x1 and x0 both will be equal to 1. 1, 1. Both the output will be equal to 1. So during that time, the output y not LSB that goes to 1. See, whenever you consider 8 is to 3 encoder, can you tell me what is the maximum value of this? What is the maximum value of the output? When you take a 3-bit.
2, sir.
Hmm?
2, sir.
I'm unable to. It's not audible. Please tell loudly.
Is it 2, sir?
See, we are having y2, y1, y0. Right. So what will be the maximum value of this?
Y2, sir.
So do you remember 8421 code?
Yes, sir.
With respect to this, tell me for y2, y1, y not. Four, two, one, right? What is the
Yes, sir.
maximum
4 to
value?
1 is 7, sir.
7. That is the maximum voltage.
Yes, sir. For 3 bit, 7 is the maximum value. Yes.
7 is the maximum value for this. Okay. So now 7 will be the maximum value. When x0 and x1 are 1, both are equal to 1, 1, during that time, it is considered to be 0, 0, 1. When your range is between VR by 4 and 3 VR by 8, that is voltage input analog signal voltage range is between VR by 8 to VR by 4 to 3 VR by 8. So during that time, your x2, x1, x0, only those three will be at high, because the analog signal is going to dominate. It is for to the non-inverting terminal, we are given the analog signal. To the inverting terminal, we are given the resistive divider network. The non-inverting terminal, when it dominates the the reference voltage, during that time output goes to high. So that's why during that time it is going to be made it as high. So when x2, x1, x0 are 1, 1, 1, then y1 will be 1. It is just normal digital uh, encoder circuit which you have already studied in your third semester. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then the same way, when your voltage range of the analog input signal is between VR by 8 to VR by 2, you can see that x3, x2, x1, x0 will be high. So correspondingly, you will be getting the next value. So y2, y1, y0. When y2, y1, y0 is given, it is going to show it is 3 volt. It is getting approximated as 3 volt. But it will be displayed as 0, 1, 1. But we need to understand it is 3 volt. Next, if VR by 2 and VR by 8 is been given, then again you can see that for every stage, one comparator is getting activated. That is, the comparator output is getting high. See here, x0, only the first one was high. Next, 2. You can see that same way the encoder table, the way we are having in the same way. So at each levels, when the input signal is increasing, even the comparator outputs are also increasing slowly. And finally, you can see in the last stage, all the comparator outputs are high, so that y2, y1, y0 will be shown as 1, 1, 1. So all of them will be at high level. This is how the 3-bit flash type ADC is going to work. The main advantage of this one is its speed. It is having the high speed, and in exam, instead of asking 3-bit, if they are going to ask 2-bit, so how you are going to find the number of the comparator? See here, for this is for a 3-bit. For 3-bit, you are having 8 comparators: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because based upon 2 to the power of n. So 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8. So for 3-bit, you are going to use 8 comparator. Suppose if they are asking for 4-bit, then it will be 2 to the power of 4. So for 2 to the power of 4, how many number of comparator you need to use? 16 comparator you need to use. If they're asking for a 2-bit, how many comparator you need to use? They're all the comparators, right? So how many comparators you need to use? Are you understanding
Yes,
what I'm telling you? How many comparator you need to use when they're asking for 2-bit conversion?
4, sir.
4.
4 comparator you need to use.
Yes, come.
So and four comparator you need to use, and also what about the encoder? What will be the design of the encoder? What kind of encoder? I mean, I'm asking about the range, encoder range, whether it is 8:3 or any other value like that.
4:2, sir.
4:2?
So we have 4:2, 2:1, 8, and then we have 16:4. So
So which one you'll use for 2-bit?
4:2, sir.
4:2, sir.
4:2. Okay. So like that, if they twist the question, you should be able to answer. This is 8:3 encoder we have used for 3-bit ADC. In the same way, you can have it for 2-bit also. If you are following the book, you can see that I have given 2-bit ADC, 2-bit flash ADC also I have given, where you will be having 4 comparators and the 4:2 encoder. They will not ask 4-bit ADC because 4-bit ADC is very big circuit and you cannot finish off in one single sheet also. So, but just you should know that idea, maybe in Viva or anywhere, if they ask, you should know that. After this, the next one is the successive approximation type for ADC. So this successive approximation type ADC, it is quite interesting, and here we'll be using the comparison tree. So based upon the comparison tree, we'll be this is going to work. And successive approximation type ADC is having a 4-bit successive approximation register, which we call it as in short SAR, and we are having a 4-bit latch, and we are having a 4-bit DAC, and one comparator. So totally 4 components we are having. In successive approximation type ADC, it is going to compare the previous value with the present value and give the output. That's why it is known as successive approximation. So successively it is keep on comparing with the previous value and present value, previous value and present value. So and based by taking the previous value itself as the input signal, it is going to compare the next or it is going to give the next output. So that it needs time to discuss that. So we can do that in the next part. After this, we are having the rectifiers, precision rectifiers. After that, we are having some filters. So that will complete this one. Probably it might need some 2-3 classes to finish up this chapter. But as of now, we'll stop it here. And for your test, you'll be having syllabus till here. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can contact